What a lovely audience. It's so great to be here, and I think it's after two amazing presentations by two amazing people. I think it's a hard one for me. But I think we all feel the same. I think it's this country that we represent. It's this country that gives us our name around the world, and it's our motivation towards what we really want to do in life, where we want to go in our lives. So I think the theme of the presentation, and I think I would like all of you to first of all give a round of applause to the team that was behind this amazing TEDx. I've spoken a number of times. I've moderated some interesting lectures outside Pakistan also. It's been so amazing to represent Pakistan across the globe. And let me tell you, it didn't come naturally. It comes with passion. It comes with a dream that we all have. I mean, some have it big, some have it small, but everyone's trying to do something good for their country, for a passion that comes in naturally to them. And I think I represent my firm. I was lucky in a way because my father, who's an eminent architect of the country, I saw him work hard. It should this way? Okay. So can you hear me? Sorry. So it came naturally to me because I was born in a house where I was part of a fraternity of people who actually were already into art and architecture. So I don't think there was any turning back. The only thing I would want to do was to be close to what I love doing, and which was either art or architecture. So a large family, quite a large family. My father are 12 siblings, 6 brothers, 6 sisters. So I got the opportunity to really learn from each one of them. My uncles, some of them who were living with us, were actually listening to Police, Eagles. They were listening to Lata. They were listening to Rafi. So I got a chance to actually listen to everyone. You know, growing in a house with so many values, a great value system, made me who I am today. And I think it's really worked. It's helped me grow as a professional, as an individual. So the firm that I co-founded with my father in 2001 after his last partnership became Suhail and Fawad Architects, the father and son partnership. But I always wanted to do something that my father had taught me through the way he was. I mean, he was a perfectionist, a hard worker. He was outside home working all day, 18 hours, 3 days in a row at a project. And we could see that so much hard work. So I mean, and when I finally decided to be an architect, he said, "Are you sure? Have you seen the time that this profession needs? Do you think you'll do this?" I said, "Why not? I mean, I really want to do this." So as an architect and something that was close to my heart, this is what the theme came about. I mean, the dream is dreaming of a better future architecture for the people. This is a sketch done by my sister, who's a fine artist, the entry foyer of my house. And it was under construction when she did the sketch. And I really cherish the sketch because it shows the importance of family values. It talks about what families can do together if they bond well. So, as I said, 12 siblings, which means an entire crowd of people inside one house. Not that they all lived together, but they were all there. And so this sketch really, made in 1999, when we moved to the house, talks about exactly how I was brought up and what family values meant to me. So there were a number of people who I feel now, and unfortunately after the generation after us, they feel that nothing's going well for them. And I keep talking about the fact that this couldn't be better. Once you decide what your dream is, what your passion is, there's no way you will turn back. And I'm talking to all of you out here today, that if you really want to do something in your life and you set your targets, I don't think there's any way someone can stop you. Well, in my case, and how it came about to me was that coming from a family of architects where the second generation of architects, my father was a big name, and I thought, my God, man, how do I do that? I mean, how do I go there? So when I came back from college, I decided that I always seen various people who were my motivators. They were people who I looked up to. And I realized that these people who I look up to are the people that will help me be what I want to be in life. How do I do that? Who are these people? There are a number of them. I mean, I'll point to only a few who've made contribution to the country. Some have helped hundreds, some have helped thousands, some have helped millions. But they've done their bit. They were motivated enough to do their bit. So I looked at them and I said, yeah, if they could do it, why can't I? So I reprogrammed myself when we established Fawad Architects, and I knew exactly where I wanted to go. I mean, I looked at, recently now, if I look at some of my friends who've come with me today, one decided that she wants to be an event planner, and she's good at it. So she picked up event planning as something, and she just started off. And I'm very, very sure she's doing well, and she's happy in what she's doing. This other friend of mine who was in the IT sector for 20 years decided, no, I've had enough, and I want to start my own firm. So a startup firm, and he's trying to do well for himself. So, you just one day stand up and say, I want to do this, and you can if you're motivated enough. Another friend of mine who was a banker decided, no man, I've had enough of this banking. I can't do this anymore. So she picked up and she wanted always like doing fashion, and she was into it. She started her own company. So I mean, there is no way that you can say I can't do it. It's always there in you. It's in your blood if you really want to do it. One person that I've always looked up to, and I think all of us do, is Mr. Saad. I mean, look at the guy. He had nothing for himself. He has affected millions and millions of people around the world. I mean, he started something which is a system that is now going along because of his family, his children, his wife. Someone talks about Saad and who would want to give in. And there's no one. So someone like him who had nothing made it happen. We talk about, oh God, man, get him in the morning. I don't have a job. If I don't have a job, I can sleep all night, and I don't want to sleep at night. There's issues that are unbelievable. And something, remember, like Saad would do this without thinking about it. We all know what he's done for all of us. A person like Fawad, look at her. I mean, she till her last breath. She had leprosy. She was working around for leprosy all through. And look at her. Why could she do it and why can't we? I mean, this is completely unbelievable. When we say that we can't, I mean, we're not getting the right job, we're not doing what we really want to do in our life. I've had my friends who graduated with me, left architecture and pursued art direction. Some went into photography, someone into graphic design, but they did wonders to what they picked up because they had a basic degree and they had passion to really pick up and dream big. I mean, an architect doing videos, doing music videos, I've heard of, but I know people who've done it. I've known people who talked about it. I mean, we've had another architect friend of mine sitting there. He's been with the institute for so many years. He's been, he decided that he wants to do something and get back to the question. He's done it. I mean, he's right there. Someone like him, someone like me, everyone can do it. Man. It's not that bad. Someone like Naseem Akhtar. She was fantastic. I mean, she did everything, and but she had nothing. She had no backup. She had no support. But the woman was able to do something for polio eradication. This is some great people in the country, and I see this whenever I travel abroad and I visit Pakistan. The great things they have to say about us as Pakistanis, as we are, and the people who talk about us like the best friends they have in the world. So this is all of us as a community who do great things. Abbasi. What she did for the kids at the APS, I mean, we all know what we went through. We all cried at the moment. And I hope we learned something from it, and I'm sure we have. So if someone like her gave a life for these lovely children, saved so many, I mean, why not? Something. Maybe a little bit, because the dream is on, the passion is there. Munnu Bhai. I mean, Munnu Bhai is a legend. I mean, he was a writer. We grew up
Like Taimur was saying, we grew up seeing these people. I was lucky enough to be sitting next to Paisa as a young boy. My father was, we all sat around him, and I was very young, but I could see what Paisa would say, and we were lucky enough. I was lucky enough to meet him. Many of us are lucky enough to meet people like E.T. Saad and many others. So how can one say that there's nothing to this country? There's so much to this country. I mean, look at this upcoming lawyer of ours. Look at how she's sitting right there. और हम बात करते हैं कि यार ठंडा पानी नहीं मिल रहा, बिजली नहीं है. Completely out of context. Let's just do something about this. So, look at Sarangi Khan. I mean, this is a stronger I know, who's just gotten up and said, let's make a change. You go back to Karachi, where I went and studied my BArch. I realized that every time I go back, there's more mess than there's more chaos. But this guy stood up with a few, and now he's made chapters within Sawan. Indian people are working with him, working closely with him, and making a change. I mean, I know people who do so much. I mean, look at the person who comes in and cleans up your road. People who pick up the garbage. People living in Islamabad. You see serious people doing it. Very small example. My children go for Quran class. Last week, we heard that the teacher, the women that teach them, have planned a picnic, come clean up park. What they did was, in F10, where I live, close by, they collected all the kids. They had to bring something to eat. And all the kids went there. They first cleaned the park. They had small gloves in their hands. They cleaned the park. And then they all had a picnic. I mean, look at that. That's just amazing. So, actually, what did the teachers have to do with it? Nothing. They just realized that this has to be done. So, when we went to pick them up, the entire park was clean. They were sitting on the floor, having a picnic, and it was amazing. So, I mean, I look at these people as the motivators, as those people who dream big, but they make a difference in their life. So, architecture, part art, part science. And many of you know about what we're doing. Many of you know the kind of buildings that are coming up around the world, the ones that are coming up in the country. You're part of a large campus. I'll reserve my comments on the architecture, but I'll definitely say it's one of a kind university in Pakistan, and we all know that. So it's passionate. I mean, if you look at international architecture, it's how can this be something that someone created? Look at the color scheme. Look at the ornamentation. Look at the cosmetics. Look at the ceiling. Look at the windows. So I look at it as something that becomes life. It gives you life. It's something that is close to you. Look at examples like these. Look at the skeleton of the building. Look at how light comes through. Look at the color scheme. Look at everything in a large context. This is exactly what it does to you. I mean, this is what architects and artists can do. We are, as we say, we're part of an architectural community. We're part of an arts community. Whatever Taimur does, whatever she does, it's about getting together as a community and making a difference. So, if we talk about diverse architecture, because as architects, we did mane or na mane, we picked up from the context, the history behind architecture in Pakistan. Look at these examples. I mean, these are examples from the 1600s. These are examples that we picked up. The courtyards, the ornamentation on the outside facade, the dome itself. How does this relate or correlate to what we do as architects? Have we really picked up something, or are we going to do these bad buildings around the country? One day someone picks up a box and he starts to take out these various boxes outside the home and say, well, this is architecture. It's not architecture. You need to look back, step back and see what our historical context has taught us. So these are examples of architecture around Pakistan. Places like Mortar Palace, who hasn't seen it, then will see it. Examples of various palaces in Bahawalpur. We have tremendous architecture, like even Taimur was saying that you go out, meet people outside Punjab or KPK or anywhere, you realize that they are really close to Pakistan, really close to their heart. So unfortunately, we haven't been able to save a lot of buildings, but we are now in the process of really saving our building and making a difference. So living in Islamabad, I realized very early on that what is about my architecture, the architecture our firm produces, that will make a difference to people. There is in no way that landscape and architecture blend together and things make a difference. So whatever we produce as a team and I think my team is very important. My father himself, and buildings like these that we looked up to while we were in Pakistan growing up, these made a difference to our lives as architects. These were iconic buildings that we looked at because they were all designed by famous architects. Then finally, people who got the opportunity to travel abroad were able to do things and learn from there. My father designed the first National Art Gallery of Pakistan. This particular image I love because it shows that there is a ray of light. It's a ray of the walking slab really shows you how the light filters into the double light foyer. And whenever I go back, I'm actually excited to be in the building that my father designed. And many a times the buildings he done earlier. This is my great father, and I look up to him as an iconic figure. He is someone who why I'm saying, because I learned from him everything I do every day. 50 years of architecture this year, mashallah, for him. And we will be celebrating his work. I'm compiling his book these days, and we're hoping to come up with a book by the end of the year. This man taught me everything that I know today, my mentor, my teacher. And he taught me that it's only about hard work. It's about being together, family values, the structure that the families bring together. And he taught me through his work and the hard work that he put in the last 4 years of practice. This is one of our recent projects we're working on. I want to show you the initial sketch that we worked on. And I love this quote. It says, the life of a designer is a life of fight against the ugliness. Let's not talk about ugliness for now. Talk about what we've been able to do. This is the atrium of this large mixed-use building we're doing in Gulberg, Queens, and it's called Sky Park 1. It's going to be a building that will hopefully make a change to how people interact with each other. We go into apartment buildings and realize it's like to be rehta, even in houses we realize it's our neighbor or our apartment. So what we try to do is to improve the interaction. So this building from 3 to 9th floor are all spaces like these that interact in terms of apartment building, apartments. But on the 10th floor we've done and I'll show you later, how we've designed a sky park with a swimming pool, interactive spaces, we've done jogging track on the 10th floor, which is 140 feet. So where's the roof itself? So the idea what the firm is doing in the last couple of years is to bring in the greens within the building. That's something that we've learned from our historical context, the historical building that we saw. And this is my mom. This mom who keeps the house well, the mother, the father, mother who taught me who I am. And I still remember growing up, sitting in these gardens in the house and making that connection. So these two people really told me what architecture really is. I mean, it's about being close, being interactive, and talking about problems and solving. I believe completely in this. Color plus texture plus light is equal to darkness. And I have done it through practice. I've shown it through practice. And this is the Saad Club balloon coat and table tennis building that we designed. We brought in natural light through a way that it really improves natural playing technique. So we've got, and the glue duct that you see around it with the slab floating down, we tried to bring in texture, color and light in one large room that didn't need light till the evening. The balloon coats that, of course, can't have natural light in, we brought in color, we brought in natural light and the idea is that we try to improve public spaces. We've talked about sports building, and we've done a number of them in the last 11, 12 years. So we've improved our architecture by making it more interactive amongst people too. Why would one want to come in this building and not the other building? The idea is to improve the interaction through color and light. Swimming pool complex that we designed for our club. It's an outdoor and indoor pool. We received the 2009 Design Institute Award for this building. And it was overwhelming for me at a young age to receive a National Award, Design Award for a building that I worked on. And I share it with everyone and go back to it. Again, it's been able to bring in more people, it's been interactive. The number of usage of daily members that come into it, it's amazing to see them use it. This is the indoor part of the swimming pool. Again, natural light, a lot of color to improve this natural light. This is the final stage of a very interesting private house I'm doing in Ayubia. Again, the idea of bringing in a large pool terrace in front is bring the family together. They don't need to sit inside all the time. This is the kind of deck that we designed that they'll be able to sit in. The use of color, again, use of texture through stone, the natural stone that we work, recent house that we're working on, someone is using it, and I completely believe it. The block it stands right there is there, but unless people sort of engage, sit, move into it, there's no reason, it's just a building block. The riding club building we designed for Fawad Club, the saddle room. Again, the idea was to bring in families. The veranda at the back that looks up to the area is, look at this. I mean, I took this picture, a friend of mine took this picture for me. Look at how the families are gotten together, they're sitting and enjoying it, enjoying the veranda itself. And there's a constant conversation happening. So these spaces, these outdoor spaces become better. And another building we did in Karachi, bringing light and color, and we talked about that earlier also. The double height glass roof. Another building we're working on, it's about passion and reality, how things work. The earliest level building we did. So it's really polo complex design. I mean, how man-made and naturally exist, and how they interact with each other. How public spaces become more interactive. Polo complex itself. The Behbood that we did, which is another corporate social responsibility project, complete setup redesigned the roof itself. The polo complex, more interactive spaces that we've been able to. How we're using the roof itself. How the courtyards come along, and how each courtyard becomes an interactive space. The park, the entire master plan converts into a park space. The swimming pool, the recent house we're doing, how the swimming pool and deck area around becomes more interactive. I'm really happy with how passionately we do our stuff, and the entire team gets along to do amazing buildings. They understand what they really want to do in life. How each building opens out either introvertly or externally into a green space. How the courtyards really act. How the materials really act in one way. So a picture when I visited Pakistan the first time. The flag next to it is what makes us. So I think that's really important. My buildings are really about interactive spaces. Our firm grows with how these structures come along. The roof itself can be a very, my team that I think I'm very proud of, and I think I've shown all the folks of them here who are with us, work with us. The last thing before I finish, no person when is not an sculptor or painter can be an architect if he is not a sculptor or painter. He can only be a builder. I'm so thankful to all of you. It was a lovely audience. I love being here. Thank you very much.